If your team is full of people who bought the product once and then disappeared, or you keep enrolling people who say they want to build but never actually do anything, this video is going to show you what's actually going wrong and how to fix it. Most network marketers are taught to recruit builders by pitching their business opportunity, make a list of 100, invite people to a presentation, show them the comp plan, handle objections, close. For those that don't close, follow up. But that approach is broken. It attracts the wrong people, it damages relationships, and even when it works, the people you recruit can't duplicate it. After training thousands of network marketers, I've discovered the most effective way to attract motivated business builders has almost nothing to do with pitching the opportunity up front. In fact, you don't need to lead with the business at all. In this video, I'll show you the 3 ways top earners actually recruit builders using attraction marketing online strategies, from the simplest strategy anyone can start with today to the more advanced strategies that attract experienced network marketing leaders and their entire teams. Let's get into it. First, let's address why the traditional way of recruiting builders destroys relationships, and then I'll tell you what to do to fix it. Let's be honest about what most people are taught to do. Make a list of 100 friends and family, invite them to some sort of meeting or presentation, but don't tell them exactly what it is. Hope that the presentation does the convincing, hopefully offset the fact that they're going to be pissed off, handle the objections, try to close. But here's what actually happens with these meetings. Most of the people will say no, but the real damage is in how they say no, because you weren't fully transparent about what you were inviting them into. Many feel deceived. They feel like they were lured into something. Some go nuclear. They're just not saying no. They're telling other people, they're telling you off, and it's just a bad experience altogether, and forget retaining that relationship or friendship. The more forgiving ones will say, that's not for me, and move on, but they're still weirded out. And the only people who convert are usually the ones who happen to be open and have no prior negative exposure to MLM. So you might get a few recruits, but at the expense of your other relationships with everybody else. And then there's the cold messaging version when you go into the cold market. Direct messages a day to strangers, maybe 1 out of 100 responds, maybe 1 out of 100 of those watches your presentation, maybe 1 out of 100 of those ends up converting. But the math is brutal and you feel like a spammer, and you basically are one. Both approaches are sales techniques that require months and years to develop. And even when you get good at them, can you really teach your team to do the same thing? Can the person who joined yesterday cold message 100 strangers handle objections? Of course not. So these strategies don't duplicate. Your new reps try it for a week, get rejected, feel gross, and then they quit. There's a better way, and it starts with not leading with the business. Here's the takeaway. Stop pitching the opportunity to people who didn't ask. It damages relationships, and it doesn't duplicate, and it attracts the wrong people. Now, let's talk about strategy number 1, convert customers into builders. Yes, I know this sounds crazy. Here's the approach I recommend for most people, and it's the one that produces the most reliable results, especially when it comes to building online, because online is a whole different world from the offline world. You don't lead with the business. I know that sounds crazy, but here's what actually works online. For most people, the majority of network marketers that have no prior experience or credibility, you lead with the product. First, you use a social media launch strategy to attract people who have a problem your product solves. You're posting curiosity-driven content to your existing warm market, your friends, your followers on Facebook and Instagram. That's going to lead them ultimately to the product, not the business. This strategy allows you to attract interested people. You help them become customers, you serve them well, they get results. And when they get amazing results, something happens naturally. They get excited. They want to actually share what got them the results, whether they lost weight, whether they protected their family with a life insurance policy. That enthusiasm is genuine, not manufactured. And that is the moment doors open to the business. The invitation sounds like this. Hey, some people have been asking how I've been able to turn my passion for fill in the blank, health and wellness, whatever your niche is, into a part-time income. If that's something you're interested in learning about, I'd love to show you. And notice what's happening. You're not pitching. You're not being sneaky. They already trust the product because they experience results for themselves. As a result of having a great product experience, they trust the company. Also, they've grown to trust you. And more importantly, they can see for themselves what you're doing actually works, and what you're going to ask them to do, which is launch your business on social media, actually worked for them too, because it worked on them. And because the process is fully transparent, your relationships stay intact. People who are not interested don't engage, no awkward conversations, and no burned bridges. My student Dawn made this exact shift. She went from years of struggling to find the right people to attracting prospects who actually fill out applications to join her team. She's personally recruited over 250 team members, enrolled 2,000 customers, and now is in the top 1% of her company. Now, here's where AI accelerates this. Inside of phase 1 of our systems, AI helps you identify the specific problems your ideal customer has and creates posts that speak directly to the pain points. And when your new reps need to do their own product launch, AI writes their post in their voice. They copy, they paste, they customize a sentence or two, and post. 15 minutes a day. Even somebody with zero social media experience and zero network marketing experience can execute this strategy on day one, which means the entire approach duplicates. The takeaway for you is the most natural path for you to bring on more business builders is actually through product customers. Lead with the product, deliver results, then invite them, never pitch, happy customers to explore the business with you. Now, let's get into strategy number 2, your business launch. Strategy number 2 has to do with your business launch story. You already did your launch at this point if you're following our process. I'm talking about now how to use the story around launching your business to directly recruit. Once you've launched and started getting results, even small results, you now have something incredibly valuable, a real story to tell around business success, not your upline story, your story. Here's how it works. You do a series of posts over 3 to 6 days where you share how you recently started a new business, what you did to launch it, and what's happening. This isn't a hard pitch, it's storytelling. You're sharing transparently. Here's what I did, here's what happened, here's what I'm learning. And this content speaks to a completely different audience than your product posts. It speaks to people who want to start a business or make extra income but don't know how. Maybe they've thought about it. Maybe they've tried something before and it didn't work. When they see your real story, someone they already follow and trust of launching a business and getting traction in days or weeks, that gets attention. Some will comment, some will DM you. They'll ask, how are you doing this? What are you doing? And your answer is fully transparent. I plugged into a system and I learned how to market on social media. No inventory, all online. I'm basically an affiliate for another company and I learned how to promote those products using these posts. No hype, no income claims, no pressure. And they asked you. But here's the beautiful part. Your existing customers see this content too. They're part of your audience. Some of those customers who already love the product are going to think, wait, I can make money doing this too. Now you're attracting builders from 2 directions, curious followers and happy customers. For example, my student Mason used this exact approach. He launched using the 6-day social launch sequence, told his story, and enrolled 25 people without a single DM. People came to him. And because he had a system to hand them, those 25 people could do the exact same thing. And that's what duplication is. Inside of phase 2 of our system, AI writes the entire business launch story sequence, the post DM conversation templates, the follow-up messaging, and it does the same thing for every new builder on your team. So the strategy that recruited them becomes a strategy they immediately use to recruit others. Same playbook, same quality, same 15 minutes a day. The takeaway for you is your business launch story is your most powerful recruiting tool. It attracts people by showing proof that the business works in your hands using a process that they can see themselves doing. Now, everything I'm sharing in this video comes from the same system our students use to attract builders, not by pitching, but by creating real results and telling their story. It's called the AI enrollment formula, and it gives you the exact 5-phase process: identifying your ideal prospect, launching with a proven 6-day sequence, growing your audience, setting up automated enrollment and duplication systems. And right now you can get 50% off if you act today. The link is in the description below. This is the same system behind every student result I'm sharing in this video. Grab it for 50% off and let's keep going. Now, here's strategy number 3. Here's how you actually attract experienced leaders. And this is an advanced strategy. This third strategy is more advanced. It's not where you start, but if you're serious about building a large organization, this is how you attract experienced network marketers, people who already know how to build, already have teams, and might bring those teams with them. Here's the key insight. Experienced leaders who are looking for a new home don't care about the comp plan. They've seen dozens of comp plans. They don't care about your product science. They've heard every product story. What experienced leaders evaluate is your systems. They're asking, if I bring my team here, what happens? Can their systems handle 1,000 people or 10,000 people? Can a brand new person get results without me having to handhold them with this new business? Is there an automated onboarding system? Is there a launch system? Are there AI tools that can help my team duplicate? If the answer is we do Zoom calls and train people one-on-one, they're going to pass. They know that doesn't scale. If you have real infrastructure, automated onboarding that launches reps in 10 days, AI that writes content and coaches them daily, duplication systems that work hundreds of levels deep into an organization, well, now that leader sees something that they've probably never seen before. Now, here's the thing. You don't recruit these people by pitching them. You never try to poach them or convince them. This is a long-term relationship strategy. You grow an audience of people already in the network marketing space. You share value. You openly show what you're doing to build. the systems you're using, the results your teams are getting. And when that leader situation changes, maybe their company makes a bad decision, maybe they'd hit a ceiling, maybe they're ready for something new, you're one of the first people they are going to talk to because you've already demonstrated you have what they need or you have what they would want to have. This is exactly what happened with leaders we've coached. We helped them build frictionless launch and duplication systems. Then other leaders in their company started trying to buy those systems. That's how powerful this positioning is. Beck Sadek went from a burned out six-figure earner to a multiple seven-figure earner with a team of over 180,000 people. Now, she didn't recruit 180,000 people through cold messages. She built systems that worked for regular people and leaders could see it and they wanted in. And AI is what makes those systems visibly impressive. When every rep on your team, even the newest ones, is producing quality social media content, launching their business systematically, and getting results within the first 10 days, experienced leaders notice. They see a level of organization and execution that most teams simply don't have. Seeds AI standardizes the quality of execution across your entire team, which is exactly the kind of infrastructure that makes serious builders say, I need to be on that team. The takeaway for you is experienced leaders choose teams based on systems, not comp plans. Build the infrastructure, share it openly, talk openly about what you're doing, and when the timing is right, the right leaders will come to you. Now, here's the reality. Most network marketers struggle to recruit builders because they're using the wrong strategy entirely. They're pitching the opportunity to people who didn't ask, burning relationships, and wondering why their team isn't growing. The three strategies I showed you work because they're built on trust, transparency, and real results. Convert happy product customers into builders by inviting them, not pitching them. Tell your business launch story and let the interested people come to you. And for the long game, build systems so strong that experienced leaders actively want to join your team. AI makes all three dramatically easier to execute and duplicate across your entire organization. If you're ready to start attracting builders instead of chasing them, get the AI enrollment formula. It's the exact 5-phase system that powers everything I just showed you. Target market identification, 6-day launch blueprint, leverage audience growth, automated enrollment systems, digital duplication. Right now, it's 50% off if you grab it today. Click the link below in the description. And if you want to see how the system works on your daily routine, check out my video on how to master network marketing in 15 minutes per day, where I show you exactly what daily execution looks like when AI handles the heavy lifting. Click the link, grab AI enrollment formula at 50% off, and start building a team of real builders.